fabulous atmosphere generated by a capacity crowd at St Andrews, and despite the multitude of local derbies in the Midlands this season, no one's in any doubt that this is the biggest. Birmingham City, halfway in the First Division, have won only 3 of 11 games in all competitions this season, but they're hoping that form doesn't really count tonight. Terry Cooper names an unchanged team, with George Paris having recovered from a knee injury. Paul Pesky-Solido could be the key man for City tonight. Aston Villa, who've been in 5 League Cup finals, winning 3 of them, have selected Guy Whittingham in the same adventurous 4-3-3 formation, which brought them victory at Ipswich on Saturday. In fact, only Manchester United have so far beaten Villa in 9 games in all competitions. The referee from just down the road at Coventry, Kieran Barrett. Well, this is a match that everyone at St Andrews has been waiting an awful long time to see. The clubs last met in this competition 5 years ago when Aston Villa enjoyed a 7-0 aggregate victory, but no one at Villa Park expects this tie to be anything like so easy, especially Ron Atkinson. Terry Cooper is opposite number, has promised that Birmingham City will really go for it tonight. Why not, he says, if we sit back against Villa, we'll be crucified. By the earlier effort.
Oh, Kevin Miller's got this ball covered with this post. There's no question about that. He knows exactly where this post is, this Kevin. There you go. Oh.
Dryden's clearance. Decent long ball towards Carl Schott, who won it well, and Pesky-Solido's still in there, and it breaks now to Hiley. Not a bad effort. If it had been on his favoured right foot, it could have been even better. And that might well be the last attempted save that Nigel Spink makes in this game. Because I think now, yes, Mark Bosnich is going to have to come on with half an hour gone to replace Nigel Spink.
Oh, it's a shame when something like this happens. It's just one of those things, and as I say, fortunately in these days we can exchange a goalkeeper with a goalkeeper, so it doesn't become a farce.
Well, Spink did well to win the place from the young Australian this season, with Bosnich having been the man in possession of the goalkeepers' clubs most of last season, so he'll be anxious to make the most of this unexpected opportunity.
This is why you can understand Spink's reluctance, because, as I say, when players get their position, they don't really like to give it up that easy. Now it's Bosnich's turn.
Harris up well, finds Carl Schott. Teal under pressure from Pesky-Solido. White's free kicks have been quite useful so far. He's been finding Richard Dryden, who's gone forward again, left edge of the penalty area as Birmingham look at it. And then it goes towards him, and he wins it again, and here's Saville! It's a penalty! Daly and Atkinson looks in disbelief at referee Barrett, but the official had no doubt whatsoever. Jimmy.
A very good free kick in, as you said, Alan. Dryden rose brilliantly, and there's Saville, and I don't think you can argue. I don't think any of the Villa players were arguing about it.
And John Frain, who ironically is the only Birmingham-born man on the field, has a wonderful opportunity to put the First Division side ahead here against Villa. But it's been saved by the stand-in goalkeeper. Bosnich the hero. Utter disappointment for Frain.
Well, I suppose Mark Bosnich this evening as the teams ran out and he walked out behind them. Didn't realise that he was going to be the local hero tonight.
But what a great chance for Birmingham to go in front.
Not a particularly good penalty, to be fair.
The games turn on incidents like that. You can only imagine Terry Cooper's thoughts. Staunton. Whittingham with his back to the goal he should be facing. Staunton. Oh, and Paris has played it straight to Richardson, and that was excellent defending by Frain, because Dean Saunders was unmarked in behind him. Now Saunders gets possession. Barrett has gone on the overlap outside him. But in it goes. Dryden's clearance reaches Richardson. My word, he's not having any luck tonight. He's hit the post and then produced that one-handed save from Miller.
He's also having a very good game, actually. He's finding a lot of space, and again, he gets into a position here where he has a very good shot, and that is well saved by the keeper that time. Very well saved.
Cowans will take the corner. Whittingham waiting on the near post. Goes in long, though, and White gets it clear. Only as far as Richardson. Dryden with the clearance. Still Villa have it. Townsend whipping it straight back in again. Hiley gets it clear. Now McGrath. Well played. Dean Saunders beaten by Donovan. That's good football from Birmingham. Well played. Villa prove they can knock it about sweetly as well. Excellent period of play by both teams there, as Cowans releases the long ball that didn't come on.
Yes, technically it's been a very good game of football by both sides. There's been some lovely interpassing, and it really has been a pleasure to watch.
Shot got a good header on there to Saville. Paris dispossessed by Atkinson. It's a great run, this, and the man of the match so far, Dryden, is the one who stopped it. And White proving that he can defend as well. Richard Dryden, a former Notts County player, is having an absolutely outstanding match here. In it goes again from Cowans, and Atkinson's up high, and higher than anyone else, but couldn't keep it on target.
Well, I thought this was in. Thought this was going to go in all the way. Someone only had to get a touch to it, which Atkinson did. And it was very unlucky indeed.
And that's it. Half-time has arrived. There's no doubt that Aston Villa had the better chances and more of them, and hit the post twice. But the best goal-scoring opportunity of all was denied by this man from Frain's penalty. A lively second city derby, this one, though, and we've reached the interval with no goals. Birmingham City 0, Aston Villa 0. Birmingham grateful for the gift, and it's knocked forward long for Pesky Solido, who's in behind McGrath, who brings him down deliberately. Now that's an interesting problem for the referee. Did he decide that Pesky Solido could have got into a goal-scoring position there? If he did, then McGrath could go for that.
I don't think he really pulled him back that badly. I think young Pesky took a dive there. I think McGrath would have had to have been very unlucky to have got sent off for that.
Yes.
In fact, I think that Pesky should have carried on, to be honest, because he had the legs on Paul McGrath. Too often we see players dive now when they could actually go on and make something of the chance.
Donoghue swinging it in. It's a useful looking ball, but the header for once by Bryden wasn't accurate.
So just inside the box, they'd look a lot more dangerous.
Staunton. Over the heads to Richardson, chance here! 8 minutes to go. Kevin Richardson gives Aston Villa the lead.
A great ball by Stevie Staunton, and actually, if any players deserve to score, it is Kevin Richardson. He's found the space time and time again. That time he found it in the box where it mattered, and the ball was played in beautifully. He was on his own, but it was a great run by him.
Well, the League Cup hasn't been a lucky competition for him. He's played in 2 losing finals for Everton and Arsenal, but how important that goal could be for his latest club, Aston Villa, in making progress. And White has just presented it back to Villa. And that's it. It's all over. And Aston Villa have beaten Birmingham City. Villa, in the end, full value for their win. They hit the post a couple of times in the first half, produced good saves from Kevin Miller, and made the most of their goal-scoring opportunities. But how Birmingham will regret that missed penalty by John Frain.
Did the occasion get to you, because you're not used to playing in front of full houses?
No, it didn't. I just didn't hit it properly. You know, I know he's striking into the bottom keeper's left, but not tonight.
Right, we're going to show that penalty miss. What do you remember about this as you took it?
It's absolutely normal. I do. Suddenly, I've hit it centre goal. Should have hit it towards the corner a bit more. So very disappointed.
McGrath looked as if he'd handled, and perhaps the referee should have given Birmingham a second penalty. What was your view of that?
It was a definite penalty. I wasn't too sure about the first one, to be fair, although Daly and Atkinson said it was he thought it was a penalty, the first one. Definitely the second one. I thought Macca had started playing Gaelic football.